Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unlock live stream. Today we have with us Miss Kylie from MM Lending. We are going to go deep into hard money, all the benefits, pros, cons, terms, process, everything you want to know about how to use hard money to get your offers accepted faster. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. As you may notice, I'm not at my normal location. We are, my wife Laura and I were on a little cross region road trip from Scottsdale to the Grand Canyon. And we're going on a big hike tomorrow, and I'm really excited. But that doesn't mean that real estate sleeps. So we're still here. Let me know in the comments if you can hear us. Lizzie can hear us. Awesome. Okay, so Miss Kylie, I'll turn it over if you want to kind of introduce yourself and maybe a little history of MM Lending.
Yeah, well, hey, Jesse, thanks for having me today. Great to be with everybody. Appreciate it. I work with MM Lending. We are a private lender for real estate investors we service Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. We've been around since 2005, so through all of the ups and downs of real estate. Funded over $1 billion of loans, and
Wow.
We've got a nice, small but robust and efficient team. Funding fix and flip, fix and rent, short-term loans to help our investors in their business.
I love it. And how long have you been with MM Lending?
I have been with MM Lending about a year now.
Okay. And what exactly would you say your role is?
We all wear a lot of hats here, but I would say
I can relate.
I help new clients to onboard. I'm meeting with investors. I'm traveling. So business development, client success kind of role. But I am the first stop. So anybody that's looking to kind of join us, I'll walk them through the process, get all of their answer questions, and make sure that their loan closes when it needs to close. So
Awesome. Well, just a little history of kind of you and I working together. So, I have used another hard money lender for years and years, and they have been absolutely great. I'm not a fan of putting all my eggs in one basket on anything, right? Because you just don't know what's going to happen in the world. So when I heard about MM Lending and some of the terms you guys offer, my ears and immediately perked up, and we'll get into what some of those benefits are. But just because you're using one lender now doesn't mean that there isn't the opportunity to speak with another, right? So Kylie, you and I you onboarded me. I was like, this is pretty awesome. This is pretty good. And so we've done what I think in the last month we've done maybe 3 together. We're working on our 3rd. So yeah, it's been a great relationship so far, you guys. And so I want to introduce all of you. And it's Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, correct?
Correct. For now, we're growing, but yes.
If you're investing in one of those 3 states, understand that I am going to share Kylie's contact information at the end of this meeting. So whether you're watching the replay, whether you're watching live, we are going to get you her contact information so you can kind of take advantage of some awesome terms. So what I noticed is that you said you guys are a private lender, and I would say hard money lender. Like how do you define that?
So it's the same. It's the terminology that you wanted to use, but non-bank, short-term, direct lender. We aren't a broker. We hold them on our balance sheet. We service the loan through to the end. But yeah, those terms can be kind of interchangeable.
Okay, perfect. And how are your clients getting their offers accepted faster than maybe someone using a different lending type or a different lender? My babe, she's so good. She brings me coffee.
Very lucky. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, once somebody's pre-approved with us, we provide proof of funds letters to let them know who we are, that we can close within 7 to 10 days. We do close loans faster if that's necessary. You just got to let me know right away and
I'm
get
so
us those
guilty of
funds.
over promising things to my audience. I'm like, they can close in 3 days, guys. Don't.
We
No,
can, we can.
yeah.
We would prefer at least a week, but sure, if for certain circumstances. And that's kind of the thing also, we're very relationship based. So we can do more of those different kind of asks, whether that's closing in 24 or 48 hours or funding multiple loans or doing something kind of out of the box once we have a relationship. Like we're just
Yep.
looking to get to know our client. That's how we like it. So.
Can you guys imagine those listening who maybe you're using a conventional lender, maybe you are using a private money lender and you're starting the relationship over every time because your lender only has so much money, and you're looking at a 2, 3, 4 week closing timeline on a purchase. Can you imagine your business if you could shorten that down to 7, 3, 1 day? How many more offers would you get accepted? How better, better terms would you get accepted because you can close fast, right? And in real estate, speed is the name of the game. So, like, when you and I first started talking, you told me your time frame. I was like, no way, I don't believe it. No way, I believe it. I think we did the one in like 4 days, right?
Right.
Yeah, on Lechner. Yeah. So, y'all, it's legit. So, you close fast. What else is MM Lending fantastic at?
I would say another thing that we're super fast at, and the same things that apply for real estate investors, it needs to move fast, is same day draw funding.
Yep.
So yeah, if you submit your draw request, before late afternoon, we can usually fund that the same day. We're not sending out inspectors. We're not making this whole long process for the draw. So that's a pretty big advantage to using us.
Yep. Same day draws. And so you guys, if you have your contractor who you've done projects with, you've built a great relationship with, and they're doing everything they say they're going to do, they're working fast, they're prioritizing your projects, and you can pay them fast for their time, how do you think that would impact that relationship, right? They're working hard for you, you're working hard to get them paid, and you don't have to come out of pocket to pay your contractor. So sometimes when you hear a draw could take, 3 to 5 to even I've heard a week to hit, and your contractor saying, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do. You got to pay us. And you can't pay for 3, 5, 7 days. How does that impact your relationship, right? So like I've said a couple times, speed is key to a successful business, and MM Lending is fantastic at speed. Talk to us a bit about your kind of average terms. I know you guys are a little more standardized, I think, than some other lenders that people may have spoken to.
So our terms, they're going to change a little bit based on experience and financials and things like that. We are a little bit different that we start with a pre-approval process. So some other lenders, they want to look at you and the deal at the same time. We would prefer to get you approved so you know your exact terms, what your rates, numbers, loan to value look like so that you can run your numbers correctly before you even make that offer. And then that's also how we're able to provide those proof of funds letters. So we do that first, and then after someone's pre-approved, it kind of lays out all of the good stuff. But typically, our max loan to value is going to be 75% of the ARV. For flips, for rentals, we do put that down at about 70 for that max loan to value. Then we fund 90% of the purchase price, 100% of the rehab costs, and something we do a little bit differently is that we can build up to 6 months of interest into the loan so that the investor doesn't have to go out of pocket to make an interest payment until month 7.
So
If
Kylie,
you move,
when you told me this, I was like, skirt, like, I'm sorry, wait, what? So you can build in interest payments to the loan. Talk us through, because that is not super common between hard and private money lenders. Talk us through that.
so if there's room in that loan to value, if it all fits within the 70% loan to value, we're essentially lending you the first 6 months of interest into it, so that it comes off at the payoff rather than you making out of pocket payments. Now, we don't have any prepayment penalty or minimum interest. So let's say you renovate the property and get it refinanced on month 4, which would be very fast. And then we would refund you those additional 2 months of interest as well. So it's just something to help with out-of-pocket costs, really, for the investor.
So what I'm hearing is there's not a lot of out of pocket. As long as we have room in our loan to value limitation, then I don't really need contractor draws out of pocket. I don't need interest out of pocket. I mean, this is really, really powerful, you guys. The more money that you are keeping in your own pocket, the more deals you can do, right? This is leverage. This is other people's money. This is the power of using, financial partners like this. So I just want, there's some really cool things. And there's one more really, really cool thing about your points. Talk to us about that one.
Oh, yeah. So we have, usually it's about 1 point, and that is paid at the payoff rather than bringing that to closing. So again, with helping with those out-of-pocket costs. For sure.
Yep. So I have, first of all, 1 point on hard money is fantastic. Truly is below industry standard for sure. And that point is not due up front, you guys. That point is due at the time you either refi or sell. Wild. 1 point equals 1% of the loan, for those who may not know that. So if you're borrowing $150K, that's $1,500 that you don't have to come out of pocket until the end. So really, really fantastic process that you guys do different than anyone I think I've talked to.
Yeah, well, that's always great to hear. Love that.
Talk to us about, so we talked about your 12 months, no prepayment penalty. Sorry, thumbs up. No prepayment penalty, no minimums, $1,200 doc fee.
Yep, $1,200 doc fee. And then the appraisal fee.
Yeah, full appraisals may be different than you've heard on, a lot of hard money will do a BPO, like a broker price opinion or a desktop underwriting. We are doing full appraisals here. So Kylie, what happens if the appraiser can't get into the property due to tenant, seller, situation?
Yeah, no, that happens often. As long as we have interior photos of the property, then it's not a problem. We can do what we call the exterior only appraisal. A lot of people, question whether you can really close that fast if you are getting a full appraisal, but we work with the same appraiser in every market so that they are able to kind of just drop everything and get it done, and they understand that we're moving fast.
I think I sent a pretty please get us in quicker text the other day, and appraisal was back within 24 hours. So
yeah, our Columbus appraiser is great. Yeah.
Yeah. The pretty please text goes pretty far.
And something else with the prepayment penalty. So 12-month loan terms, I know that that's kind of standard, but on some other lenders, you do have to kind of look at that. Some of them will go to 12 months, but at that 6-month mark, they're going to charge you extra points. And I know that everybody, especially now, is really caught up on interest. And yes, you have to be careful of what you're paying in interest, but you can't ignore those points. Depending on the actual loan term, 11 and 2 is going to be worse than 12 and 1 so be sure to incorporate all of that.
And so I don't think we disclosed your standard APR quite yet, but you're at 12% across the board. There's a couple of circumstances, right? But it's pretty safe at 12%. So 12%, 1 point, 12 months, $1,200 doc fee, full appraisal, point due at refi, no prepayment, no minimums. I mean, close in 7 days. Like you guys, if I hadn't already worked with them on 3 deals now, I don't know that I would believe it, but I promise you that it is true. Yeah, they're real. So, I have a few more questions, but if you guys have any questions in the comments, even if you're watching this on the replay, let us know. Kylie's in our group. She'll answer any questions you have. Lizzie, if you want to go ahead and drop that link to get connected with Kylie and her team, I don't want to say on standby, but she's expecting
I'm on
you.
standby.
So it has a little bit of time after this. So if you guys want to go ahead and start that pre-approval process, hit that link and you can talk to her today. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just so you know, there's no cost for the pre-approval. We do a soft pull credit check, so it won't impact your credit, show up as an inquiry, and then it's good for 6 months. So that way we can be sending those proof of fund letters.
6-month pre-approval. There you go. That link looks a little crazy, but it's still going to work. Y'all look at the link. So this is in the comments. That's a little crazy. It's in the comments, but it will work. So this is going to get you connected with Kylie immediately. You guys, do you have any questions for her, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're watching? Shout your questions. It is currently starting to rain.
Oh no.
Kylie, I am excited. You guys, she's hosting Coin. Oh my God, it is literally raining. If you're in Columbus watching this, come to Coin on Thursday the 23rd. And Kylie, you can meet her in person.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've even got my CEO coming to the Coin meeting next Thursday too. So that's the other thing. Being only in these specific markets, we've got flexibility. Like I'll have the top decision maker there, and if there's ever something weird, strange, like I said, once we have that relationship built up, we can do it. We don't have all that red tape to kind of go around. So,
and I can attest because we've done it. I think I've already pretty much pushed the boundaries of what you'll allow. So
we'll do it for you, Jesse.
Yes. And for everyone in our community, assuming you're a solid investor. But we do have some questions coming in. So let's see. Matt asked, is there a max to the number of loans that you can have out at the same time? Great question.
That is a great question. And hey, Matt, what's up? We spoke a little while ago. So there really isn't. So we can lend up to $10 million to a borrower at any one time. However, like I said, we're very relationship based. It takes time to get there. So we might start you out, depending on your experience and your qualifications, at 2 loans at a time. Maybe one, you can show us that it's going through the refi, so it's not technically off the books yet. To start the third one, we just want to make sure it's all making sense and that everybody's set up for success on that level. So it depends on that, but we can. Yeah.
The beauty of relationships is both ways, right? It's maybe you get some special circumstance this way, but maybe you have to look at it. You can't just answer something flat out. You got to look at the relationship. So there's pros and cons, definitely, for sure. And then Gustavo asked, do you also fund new construction? I don't know the answer to this.
We do. This is a newer part of our program. So we can only do it on a limited basis, only urban infill. We would do single family to 4 units. And the experience, because we couldn't do it to somebody that doesn't have the new construction experience, only because those timelines can be crazy for permits and waiting for utilities inspection, and it can just drag that out. So we would recommend, if anybody's trying to get into that, to kind of partner with somebody that has done at least one new construction, and then we can do it.
Awesome. That's good to know. We have another question. Adi asked, what happens if the purchase and rehab are over seven? And she corrected it. It's ARV, over 75% of ARV. What's the process there?
So if whatever that gap is, you would bring that along with your 10% down. So if 90% of the purchase and 100% of the rehab exceeds, then you would just kind of cover whatever that is as well.
So for example, if ARV was 140, this is the example I use all the time. So if ARV is 140, 75% is 105. Say your all-in cost is 110. So we're bringing our 10% of purchase plus another 5K down. Is that?
Sorry, you said that the purchase is.
This is the example I always use. So if ARV is 140, then 75% is 105.
Right.
Say that I would be all in for 110.
Oh yeah, then you would have to bring your 10% down plus the 5,000.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Same page. Same page. We do have a couple more. Lizzie, Jeff is having trouble finding the link. If you don't mind sharing that with him. So, and then I know you mentioned that you have some states coming up. So it sounds like people are excited, but they may not be in your 3 states. So can you share any secrets?
We're hoping that the North and South Carolina are on the horizon. Pennsylvania, I hope, but we're unfortunately not there yet. But keep an eye out.
Well, you guys, if you are living somewhere else, doesn't mean you can't invest in one of those 3 states, right? So, even if you don't live here, come on down, bring your investments to Central Ohio and Kentucky and Indiana, and you can work with Kylie herself. So I think
also we have partners, just so you know, whenever somebody calls, I shouldn't say partners. We have individuals that we have vetted and that we know could help you out. So I'm always happy to hop on a call. And if there's somebody that I know in those states that I think would be a good fit, I'm connecting people all the time. So
awesome. Okay. Did not know that. Love it. We'll definitely let our community know anytime someone asks. So anything else you want to add for us? I think we've hit our questions, and you guys, this will be available on replay. And the link will be here forever. So, here's one more. Looking for a partner in Missouri. So, Jeff, if you reach out, we will get you connected with someone.
Yeah, I can find somebody.
Awesome. Okay. Well, very cool, Miss Kylie. Thank you. And I'll see you in person at the next coin.
All right. I'll see you next Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your trip. And thank you so much for having me.
You guys, if you don't see me next Tuesday, it's because I fell to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. So we're hiking tomorrow. We're doing a 7-hour hike tomorrow, and I'm pretty nervous. So if I'm not here on Tuesday, then RIP. But I will.
You got this, Jessie.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
All right. See ya.